You already know something is wrong. You feel it. That low hum of restlessness sitting underneath everything you do. You open your phone. You close it. You open it again. You tell yourself you'll start in 5 minutes. But 5 minutes becomes an hour. And the hour disappears like it was never there. And somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice whispers, "What are you doing with your life?" This video is about that voice. Because focus isn't a talent. It's not something you're born with. It's not a personality trait that some people have and others don't. Focus is a decision. A daily, deliberate, sometimes painful decision to choose what matters over what feels comfortable. And in the next few minutes, everything you thought you knew about attention, discipline, and building the life you actually want is going to shift. Stay with me. Let's talk about where you actually are right now, not where you want to be. Not the version of you that wakes up early, hits the gym, reads books, builds things. The real version. The one who checks notifications before getting out of bed. The one who sits down to study and ends up watching videos for 2 hours without realizing it. The one who feels behind, always behind, like everyone else figured something out and nobody sent you the memo. That feeling is real. I'm not going to tell you it isn't. But here's what's also real. That feeling is a signal, not proof that you're broken, not evidence that you're too far gone. It's a signal that something in the way you're living is not aligned with what you actually want. And signals can be listened to. Signals can be acted on. The problem is most people don't act on them. They feel the discomfort and immediately reach for something to make it go away. The scroll, the snack, the show, another excuse. And the cycle continues, day after day, until months have passed and the gap between who you are and who you want to be feels so wide you stop looking across it. But you're still here. That means something. Now I need you to understand something about focus that nobody talks about. Focus is not about willpower. It's not about grinding yourself into the ground with sheer force. People who try to focus through willpower alone fail every single time because willpower is a resource that depletes. It runs out, and the moment it does, every old habit rushes back in to fill the space. Real focus is built differently. It's built through structure, through environment, through the slow, unglamorous work of shaping your life so that the right actions become the path of least resistance. Think about where you work. Think about what's sitting next to you right now. Your phone, a dozen browser tabs, notifications pulsing every few minutes with something urgent that isn't actually urgent at all. Your environment is constantly pulling at you, constantly bidding for your attention. And attention is the most valuable thing you own. More valuable than money. More valuable than time. Because time without attention is just hours disappearing. So the first thing you have to do is ruthless. Remove what doesn't belong. Not when you feel motivated. Not when you have a perfect system set up. Now, put the phone in another room. Close every tab that isn't connected to what you need to do. Create a space that communicates one thing. This is where work happens. You won't feel motivated to do this. Do it anyway. This is the part of the conversation that gets uncomfortable, and I won't look away from it. You've been waiting to feel ready. You've been waiting for the moment when everything clicks, when focus feels easy, when sitting down to work doesn't feel like dragging yourself through concrete. That moment is not coming. It has never come for anyone who achieved something real. The feeling of readiness is a story the mind tells to protect you from the risk of trying and failing. And the longer you believe that story, the more of your life it consumes. Discipline is not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel like a movie montage. It feels like sitting down when you don't want to. It feels like staying when everything in you wants to leave. It feels like choosing the uncomfortable right thing over the comfortable wrong thing again and again in moments nobody sees. That's it. That's the whole secret. Not a hack. Not a shortcut. Just consistent action taken before you feel like taking it. And here's what starts to happen when you do that. Slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, momentum builds. The first day is hard. The second day is hard. But somewhere around the fifth or sixth day, something shifts. Your brain begins to recognize the pattern. It stops fighting the work and starts expecting it. What once felt like forcing becomes familiar. What once felt impossible becomes your baseline. This is the compounding effect of discipline, not the explosion of a single massive effort, but the accumulation of small, repeated choices that add up to something you can barely recognize from where you started. Now let's talk about comparison, because it might be quietly destroying you. You open your phone and you see someone your age building a company, someone younger publishing a book, someone posting results, progress, wins, and something sinks in your chest because you're still here, still stuck, still trying to get through a single focused hour without your mind dissolting. I want you to hear this clearly. Comparison is a thief who doesn't break in. You hand them the key every single morning. You are not in a race with anyone else's timeline. You never were. The person you're comparing yourself to is fighting their own invisible battles. Their highlight reel is curated. Their struggle is just not visible to you. The only race that matters is the one between who you were yesterday and who you're becoming today. When you shift your gaze from their progress to your own process, something extraordinary happens. The pressure drops. The clarity rises. You start moving from your own center instead of running from someone else's shadow. So here's where we are. You've been distracted. You've been waiting. You've been comparing. You've been losing hours to things that give you nothing back. And you've known it. You've known it for a while. The question is never what needs to change. You already know what needs to change. The question is whether you're willing to pay the price of that change right now, in this moment, before you feel ready, before the conditions are perfect, before someone gives you permission. Nobody's giving you permission. No one is coming. This is yours. Every morning you wake up, you are handed a block of hours that belong to no one but you. What you do with them is the entire story. Every decision compounds. Every focused hour builds on the last. Every time you choose the hard thing over the easy thing, you are quite literally rewiring who you are. 10 minutes of real, locked in focus is more powerful than 3 hours of scattered, distracted effort. Not because 10 minutes is magic, but because 10 minutes of choosing to be present, fully present, trains the mind that you are in control. And a mind that knows it's in control becomes capable of things you cannot currently imagine. Start there. 10 minutes. Phone gone. Tabs closed. One task, all of you. And when it's done, do it again tomorrow. Not because you feel like it, because you decided. This is how it happens. Not in a flash. Not in one heroic afternoon. One decision at a time, stacked quietly and relentlessly until the life you used to watch other people live becomes the life you are actually living. You don't need more information. You don't need another video after this one. You need to move. Right now. Today. Your future is not waiting for the right moment. It's waiting for you to stop waiting. Go build it.